space.
Yep. We won't be long.
That's right.
Hopefully he's home. I know what kind of car. There should be a box truck.
All right, we're hot. All right, folks, here we go. Friday night. Friday on the dot. You guessed it. Cranston PD Live. We're going to let everybody settle in. Sign on. Again, we are underway with Sergeant McHugh. Good evening, one and all. It is a dry but very pleasant weather-wise Friday night. Thank you, Robin, member of Team Juan. Folks, from where do you see? Here's the thing, it's not a disguise. It is once again Sergeant McHugh, who and I like it though, for no shave ember, right? Or it's just you're a guy, you don't shave in November.
I do the mustache in November.
Yeah, the mustache. Wow, all right. That is not a disguise, it's a mustache. And remind everyone the purpose of the no shaving in November.
Normally, people do this for like prostate cancer awareness and whatnot.
Yes.
But...
Yep, and it's big. So, folks, again, we are underway with Sergeant McHugh, and Sergeant, how's it been so far on this Friday, November 10th?
A little busier than the last time you were in this car.
All right, hey, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
When we're on patrol, right, the bad guys, we're the crime fighters. The bad guys leave. So, but it's
We do have a couple arrests already. Couple arrests.
Wow.
Yep.
So some people right now are in the cell blocks.
Yes. Yep. We had a shoplifting up at Walmart. 2 individuals had left the store with 2 large TVs. One they paid for, and one they did not.
Okay.
So we were able to apprehend one of them, and we have somebody else that was arrested by an outside agency for an ongoing investigation that resulted in a warrant, and we'll be responding to that agency to take custody, bring them back here to Cranston Police, and arraign them.
Wow. Okay. So definitely, folks, a little bit of a chilly Friday night. Again, good evening, one and all. But we're with Sergeant McHugh. You know, it is terrific. It is important. Is this something? So every November, and there's no guidelines. That's years ago. I don't think they allowed law enforcement to have mustaches and beards, but it's obviously clear. Are there several on the force that maybe do it?
There's some people that have mustaches, and here at Cranston Police we don't allow beards.
Okay.
I know some other agencies they'll donate like $50 and they can do the beard for the month, but we haven't done anything like that here at Cranston.
So is it and for the last question on this, does it get? I get itchy if I don't shave. Is it itchy if you don't shave, or you're used to it at this point?
If it gets long enough, yeah.
Okay.
But I shaved Halloween, and that was it, and
that was it.
I've been growing out since then. But like in its current form, it's not too bad. But at the end of the month, yeah, it kind of gets a little burned. So.
Okay. All right, folks. Again, we are underway on this dry, little bit of a chilly. Definitely feels winter approaching, Sergeant.
It feels like the holidays are right around the corner.
So, but good night to be out. It is Friday night, and folks, we'll update you as the night goes along. We're not going to. We'll talk a little bit more about our first, where we're heading first. More afterwards. So, yep. But all in all, very busy week. I was updating Sergeant McHugh Providence with the protests. Fortunately, Cranston has not seen any protests, which is a good thing. A lot of arrested, and then it was 2 weeks ago tonight was that double homicide that initially Cranston Police were called to, and there was yesterday Providence Police had the raid, and they have 2 suspects in custody.
Yep,
So,
I saw that one suspect was arrested in Warwick, and I believe another one was arrested in Norton, Massachusetts.
Yep. So that is phenomenal, and that is remarkable. That was 2 weeks ago tonight. It was called in to Cranston Police. It ended up being actually where the vehicle was in Providence, so it became a Providence homicide. But it was initially called in shortly after midnight, which is 2 weeks ago tonight. So, and Sergeant, that is, I can tell you, whether it's the police or the mayor or various people, that's a sigh of relief to have that type of a double homicide, basically execution style, solved within 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I'm pretty sure Cranston Police worked closely with Providence simply because Cranston was the first one on scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, again, so we're not gonna give out any info, but we're gonna meet up with another officer.
We are. We're going to be meeting up with Officer Brian Brothers.
Okay. And then we'll take it from there, folks. So, again, we are underway on this Friday night. Again, folks, you can share that you are watching. Remember, you can type in someone's name. That should notify them that you're alerting them that we are live on this Friday night. Certainly have given people enough notice. It's a slow turn. And again, we are just getting started on this Friday evening. Once again, Sergeant McHugh. I have some shout outs to give out later. Again, I've seen quite a bit of law enforcement over the past couple of days. And a number of the people, they were all saying that they enjoy watching when we live stream and ride with the Cranston Police Department. And so we'll do some shout outs a little bit as we get going. So again, folks, we're just getting started. Yes, there's Ann and all our members, our moderators of Team 1, folks. So that was phenomenal. That was not an easy case, but that was a remarkable statement. It's also Veterans Day weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit in just a little while, but we're going to just start off. And again, good evening, one and all. Remember, folks, you can, as we like to say, share that you are watching. Type in. You can also type in where you're watching from. Some people will watch this later on demand, which is totally fine. Other people watch it on YouTube later. All episodes are on the website. And also, yesterday, as many of you know, it was a busy day. We started with the raid in Warwick, and then we were at the protest in the afternoon. We ended up at the safety complex for the press conference regarding the arrest of the double homicide. And now here it is Friday night, and we are with Sergeant McHugh, and I believe this is the officer that we're going to meet up with. So we're going to wait here while Officer McHugh, folks, speaks with the other officer and give them.
I am just going to reach.
Yep. Here we go. Coventry, there's Brenda. Good evening, Brenda. Thank you, all the stars, folks. So, folks, here is, you can see, so we have another officer. I'm not going to give away our destination, but you're going to enjoy watching the next couple of minutes. Thank you, everybody. Burrillville. I see Burrillville tuning in, watching from Warwick. Folks, remember, you can send stars to show your appreciation. North Providence is represented. There's Bill. Good evening, one and all. It is Juan. Hi there, Winter. Yes. Have a moment here. Catch our breath before we... Good evening, Brenda. Yes. Who'll be our first one to send stars? Webster, Mass. Good evening to the Massachusetts State Police. They always watch and ask me to give them a shout out. All right, we're on the board. 250. There's Nancy McCormick. I was trying to get some info from her earlier, but she was away from the scanner. Cranston, yes. All right, I don't mean the moderators. I mean everybody else, but that's quite all right. There's Deb Howard. All right, so folks, here we go.
I'm just going to go out the other way, all right? All right, nice and quick.
Now, no lights and siren because we don't want to announce our arrival.
No, what we're going to right now, it's not an emergency, so we're not going to use our lights and sirens. But,
Who's the other officer backing us up?
that's Officer Brian Brothers.
Okay. And he's well versed in what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, folks, again, here we go.
So Brian, he spent the majority of his career so far. I think he's got around 10 years, but he began his career with another agency and then transferred here to Cranston, and we're lucky to have him. He does a great job.
Well, we're about to find out.
Oh, I could tell you, he's an excellent officer.
He's about to be put to the test. Folks, thumbs up for Sergeant McHugh's mustache during this No Shave November.
Oh God, I hope this doesn't take on a life of its own.
We'll have merchandise out by Monday of the Sergeant McHugh mustache shirt. Once again, for our purposes, I'm going to keep it on the sergeant, not on the street, just because of the nature of the mission. All right, folks, here we go. Folks, share that you are watching.
Please, open the door, please. It's the police. Can you have Ryan come back, please? Ryan?
Sorry. For what is it in regard to?
We have to speak with him in regards to a road rage incident that took place in September.
When?
September 21st.
You're going back then?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
I'm
We have
trying
a
to.
warrant, miss.
Can I say it, please?
Yeah.
Max, go.
Is
Grab
he-
Max. Sorry.
Yep.
Can I just say it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
Are you
this.
open
No.
He's
No,
not-
no, you're gonna put the cameras away.
He's
No,
not
wait,
gonna-
you're
again,
gonna put the
the
camera.
dog's
No,
not gonna bite.
you're gonna put the cameras away, though.
Space.
No, you're gonna put the cameras away.
Space.
There's no reason. No, put them away. Listen, we have our right.
Yeah.
You're gonna put the cameras
saw
away.
him, you have him come
So
back.
you're gonna put the cameras
Yeah.
away. We have kids in here that are underage that we're allowing not to be filmed.
He's on the code with him.
No, put them away. We have children underage that are allowed.
Folks, we're going to give them space. We have a warrant on a road rage. We're going to give them the space. We also have a dog right there. Oh boy, yep. Folks, you're watching Cranston PD Live. We're going to go around the other side. So this is a warrant for the arrest of someone on a road rage incident. The other officer you may recognize from the feast. Now, they asked me to step back here. It sounds like there's some kind of scuffle going on inside. Okay. It sounds like they're fighting. He's fighting with them. Okay, then now they're bringing him out. Now we'll get him. That lady was very obnoxious, folks. All right, here we go.
Just put the camera away.
She called me yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I would have just came down. No.
Money.
All right, folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. Now, again, we had to respect. Sergeant McHugh will give us the full story, but asked to give space. You see another officer coming as well. So we're going to find out exactly. It would seem that there was some kind of a scuffle inside. This was stemming from a road rage incident. And then we'll hear from Sergeant McHugh. Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. Remember, you can share that you are watching. We'll let Sergeant McHugh give the full version, street, and the nature of, especially what happened inside. You could hear the individual that opened the door was rather confrontational. And then, so we gave them proper space, so to speak. Oh, here's another one as well. So maybe the word went out. So we have several Cranston police arriving on scene. So we'll find out. Yep. So it's very possible that they were getting quite a bit of resistance inside. But we'll wait to hear from Sergeant McHugh.
this one.
Yep. I think that's the individual that opened the door.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, she's not charges against her.
Okay.
Don't mail to headquarters, starting 0. Sergeant will be following me.
2020.
Did you have else to say?
7-4-7.
Essex. Route G13. We'll take the AR. All right, so we'll try to unpack that one. So this individual, he had an incident on, I believe it was September 21st, when he was involved in a road rage incident over at the Cranston Rotary right here. As a result of that investigation, we were able to get a warrant for disorderly conduct and vandalism, and the officer put in her report that he was to come in. He never did. So when there's a warrant, he can be arrested if he's had any contact with any other police agency between the time the warrant was signed and entered into the system. And now he would have been arrested. But unfortunately, like that girl was saying, this incident took place back at the end of September, and he fell through the cracks between now and then. So one of the things I like to do is go through our weekly intelligence briefings. In our weekly intelligence briefings, it's noted that this particular individual was still at large. So when I went to the door, I'm assuming it's his girlfriend, wife, I'm not really sure yet. She asked for a copy of the warrant, which I provided her. When I saw the suspect, I have every right to enter the home. I was trying to calm her down, diffuse the situation a little bit. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. When we made our way into the house, he was very agitated. I went to go to put him in handcuffs. He was pushing away, thrashing a little bit. And but eventually we were able to calm him down, just place him into handcuffs. And I'm hoping that between now and our ride back to the police station, hopefully cooler head will prevail with him. And hopefully we can use more de-escalation techniques and bring him back to a state, because again, like this, he's not a violator. He should be getting out tonight. I don't think that it had to result in anything like that. I think if he just came to the door like a gentleman, this could have been handled very, very differently. But unfortunately, people don't always like to cooperate with us, but we still have a job to do.
And it sounds like it was successful with Officer Brothers is right there as well.
Yeah. And again, that's why in a situation like this, I would never go there by myself, because, sometimes people don't cooperate. So you always go with at least 2 officers. And, I'm glad that, it's funny because you were talking about whether or not Officer Brothers was going to prove his mettle, but he certainly did. So, yeah.
I actually walked with him during the feast in the summertime.
Oh,
so,
did you?
but he was,
Okay.
but that was definitely needed. And I would say it sounds like it was textbook as far as the way then just a quick in and out.
Yeah, and again, you try to de-escalate the situation, you try to calm people down. We weren't initially successful at that, so, but we have a job to do, and when somebody has a warrant, we do have to place them into custody. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, and again, I am definitely grateful that Officer Brian Brothers was present. Like I said, even on our way there, he's an excellent officer, and he's very good at his job. So, definitely glad I had good backup tonight.
It's also a dog, an animal in the mix can also be a...
Oh, absolutely. I've been attacked by dogs on this job, so I certainly want to make sure that the dog was friendly. The last thing I want is some dog bite me. I'm a dog person. I love dogs. The last thing I want to have to do is use pepper spray on it or something like that just to get it away from me. But I'm glad the dog was not aggressive, because that actually, oh my God, that would have made a already bad situation even worse.
I also want to remind people, Cranston Police do wear body cams, so everything is being recorded anyway, just so everyone understands that.
That is correct.
So, but they seemed highly agitated the moment they came to the door, and it seemed to escalate as opposed to de-escalate.
Yeah. And again, this isn't a situation where this particular individual is going to jail for a very long time or anything like that. Normally when you cooperate with us, we try to be as cooperative with you as we possibly can and get you out in a timely manner. So, and hopefully we can still do that for him tonight, but I really hope that he's calmed down, because if he hasn't, we still need to book and process him before we release him. If we're unable to do that, we can't conduct an arraignment. We can't put our magistrate in an unsafe environment.
It's also interesting, this stemmed from a road rage incident, and seeing a little bit of hints of anger here with this individual.
Yeah.
Just on the nature of the charge, of being there.
Understand where you're coming from on that.
And what's going to take place once we arrive back at the station?
So we're going to escort him into the cell block booking area. Hopefully, depending on his behavior, we can get him booked, photographed, and fingerprinted, and go on from there.
Now, folks, and now just a preview. When we do enter into the bay, we're gonna go dark here on the screen, and then we'll come back on once we're inside the Cranston Police Station. So just a heads up to everyone. Also, the moderators, there's nothing wrong with the camera. There's nothing wrong with the video. For security purposes, we're gonna go dark on what we're gonna be showing you, and then we will be back. It's just gonna be really quick once we go inside. So right now he is in Officer Brothers' car.
Yes, he is. Yep.
G13, sorry, here.
2027. I want to give a shout out on this Friday night. Newport Police. Enjoy watching. They asked to be mentioned, as we're mentioning a lot of times different police departments. I mentioned the Massachusetts State Police earlier, and then we'll go through some of the other ones. So folks, again, just a heads up, there may be parts that it's going to go dark a little bit. There's just a warning, but there's nothing wrong, and then we'll be back with you, and we're going to go right inside for the booking of this individual.
If we can.
If we can.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
To 11.
Well, he's going to be booked nonetheless, correct?
He has to
And then
before
Craig
we
taken out of-
release him. Yes, fingerprints, photograph, everything. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's cooperative, we can get this done fairly quickly. We should already be having the magistrate come in if he's not here already.
Yep.
But if his behavior hasn't improved, then we can't have him arraigned and be a safety risk to the magistrate. You're blacked out.
I'm about to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, folks, again, we're going to be in a blackout period just for a moment. Where we're going to bring the individual in.
Do you have a belt? All right. Right. Yeah, 201.
Thank you, sir.
Two earrings? No, jewelry, right? No necklace.
No.
Two earrings, a belt, cell phone, wallet.
So they know what you showed me, that was my phone number.
Yeah.
Thank you.
you step up here, please? So this is a property list of all the items that we took off here. Again, we'll be returned to you once you're out here, okay? If you agree with those items that were taken off your person, if I can have you sign the top right here. And today's date is November 10th, and the time right now is 8:40. Yeah.
Thank you.
See the floor? Yep. Okay, I'm staying in that box. You see the mark on the wall, space up there? Thank you. Okay, you relax. Okay, now exit out through here. You see where Officer Brothers is, if I can have you answer that room, have a seat on the bench for me. If I can have you just scoot all the way to the corner, please. Yeah, thank you.
Folks, again, this is Mugshots. You're watching Cranston PD Live, but it's Juan. Sorry, folks, trying to give them their privacy to work a little bit. Give you the inside. Thank you for all the stars tonight, folks. If you appreciate our on-the-scene live stream coverage with the Cranston Police, that's your way of saying you'd like it.
going to be securing him in the cell, so we also have another prisoner back there. Yeah. So I'm just going to bring you outside hallway. And I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay. Understood.
Just give you a few minutes. It should
Yeah.
be very long, okay?
Folks, we're going to wait right here. All right. Cell block. Folks, here we are. Cranston PD Live. It is Juan. I want to be very clear. We are not in timeout. So, folks, they have another, the cell block behind me, they have another busy night. Good evening, everybody. I hope we're right out of the box here at 8 o'clock, folks, and a lot going on right away. I want to thank our moderators, Ian and Robin, that I've seen so far. Again, this was a warrant they had with the road rage, and so we're going to let them get processed, and I believe so you can see there's another individual that they brought in. But, folks, thumbs up if you are enjoying Friday night edition now, Cranston PD Live. We're right out of the box. I should say right at 8 o'clock, as you can tell. We had a situation. Okay. And we're going to give them room to work. Is Kathy? I can take a break and say good evening, everybody. Thank you, Nancy Kelly. I appreciate it. Folks, this is all local. Remember, you can subscribe to the page. As I like to say, I think this is better than anything you're going to find on local television. Or television in general. It's the real thing. Hi there, Cheryl Lynn. I can give some shout-outs. That is not a New York cap. No. New York cap. No. On the Scene live stream. On the Scene live stream. These are available in the shop as well. On the website, depetro.com. Is Angelo? Good evening, everybody. Yes. So, folks, this is different. You saw them bring the suspect in custody. You also saw they take everything out. They make sure that they have everything accounted for. Good evening, everybody. There's James. And then you saw, obviously, the mugshot. And then there's Michelle. Hope Ed is feeling well. And then, yes, that's exactly right, Bruce. And then you also saw they do the fingerprints. Then that other officer, yes, that's exactly right. The other officer you did see, thank you, Felicia. The other officer, brothers, we saw, hi there, Patty Anthony. We saw him, good evening, Barbara. We saw him during the course of the feast. He was one of the officers. We walked around with him for 2.5 hours. So that was different. Good evening, one and all. Well, we'll see about that. Thank you, Robin. All right, folks, here we are, the cell block. Remember, no firearms allowed. I had to check my wand weapon before I went in. Folks, you can tell Juan's got we wear our tactical gear, just in case we don't know what we're going to walk into. Here's our, Juan's got the bulletproof. Remember, these are the steel plates that we got in. I got these specially as our Juan vest. I got those especially from Surplus Provisions, Pontiac Avenue in Cranston. So I'm going to stand by now. So they're, oh, okay.
All right. So he's been secured in a cell, so he's just awaiting arraignment now. He's very cooperative now, which I'm glad about. I don't feel that he's going to be a safety risk to the magistrate, and hopefully we'll have him out of here in short order. But I just have to leave you one more time. I just have to get some paperwork ready for him, just a few minutes, and I will be right back.
We'll stay right here. All right, folks. Won by the cell block. Thank you, everybody. Sergeant McHugh, the stash for the No Shave November. Thumbs up for that. That's exactly right. Thank you, Tommy. They're terrific. My buddies at Surplus Provisions, Pontiac Avenue in Cranston. He'll be back at some point. We rotate them, David. We rotate through the different officers. So it's always Cranston PD Live. It's just always it's a matter of who we're going to be with. There's Ray Kelly. Good evening, Ray. Folks, remember, there's Brenda. Folks, now remember, even though tomorrow is Saturday, Sunday, we don't stop on the scene live stream. Weekends are actually better because the rest of the media doesn't work. So we will be active, depending on if something happens, all weekend long. Thank you. Hi there, Stephanie Marie. Folks, all part of... Good evening, Garney. Garney, yes. There's Bruce. Yeah, thumbs up if you like the stash. There's Brittany. That's right, Barbara. I don't know why, Jen Bergeron. I would encourage you to delete the app, folks, and then load it up again. And then, hola, my amigos. Folks, we go. Folks, thumbs up if you enjoy. He is great. Hi there, Evelyn. Folks, if you enjoy 7 days a week of On the Scene live stream, there's Tommy Bryan. I was so hoping that when we were looking for the fugitive in Rumford that Tommy Bryan would have popped out, but it just didn't happen. There's Sharon, and Cheryl. One has a moment to go over the names. There's our friend Nancy, who was out to dinner tonight instead of watching monitoring the scanner. That's right, Jessica. No Shave November. There's Amber Perry. I was wondering if she was there tonight. There's our grand dame, Martha Stamp. Hola. Hi there, Jen. A lot of people are enjoying. Yes. Hi there, Joanne. Thank you for the stars. There's Nick. Hola. Yes, is it? John Ryan says familiar corridor. I guess so. There's Kathy. Yes, I guess you could do that. Or you could go on to this page and type in Cranston PD Live, and you can watch some of our other episodes. Or you can go to the YouTube page. Of course, DePietro.com goes 7 days a week. Folks, that's the part I want to just express. There's Kathy Mello. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Ann. We've done a little bit of stop and start. Yes. Folks, again, it's an app. It's never perfect. Nothing is. Oh, you can hear the other prisoner. Folks, again, remember, DePietro.com. You can listen live. That has all of our links. Support the On the Scene live stream. DePietro.com. That is exactly right. And what I like is, see left to right, you see Facebook link, Twitter link or X, Instagram link. Wait a minute. What's that on the far right? YouTube link. Wait a minute. Who said YouTube link? And then you can see all of our original stories that we have. Also, wait a minute. We also have, where's the shop? There we go. We also have what we call the dashboard, radio show, shop, contact, and then once you scroll down, there's Deadbeat of the Week, Now Behind Bars, Miguel. We also have the 20 Brown students that were arrested. I was lucky enough to attend the protest at Textron. Folks, not everybody showers every day. There's the East Providence fugitive search. I was so hoping Tommy Bryan was going to pop out of the bushes. It didn't happen. And then we have last Saturday night's Cranston PD Live. Wait a minute, it's a happening. Yep. And then we have, this is a huge story, what really happened, the Smithfield heist. Even though I have $10 million in diamonds, I'm going to park at Dave's for the free coffee. This story, well, we broke a lot on the double homicide. We did, folks. That was 2 weeks ago tonight. 2 weeks ago tonight. Good evening from Ontario, Canada. And then also we have our link to TikTok. And then we have on DePietro.com, Attorney Dodd, the co-ESIT in, and then there it is. Surplus provisions in all state lock. And then our friend, hey, if you want to get in shape self-defense, nobody better than Jake Burke. His hands are registered lethal weapons. All right. We are standing by for Sergeant McHugh. Good evening, Lisa, as we await. For those that are just tuning in, no, I have not been arrested. We are standing outside the Cranston Police Station cell block. Someone else was arrested, not the chosen one. No, those days are over. Coming up to 9 o'clock in the east, and then we're going to go right back out with Sergeant McHugh, and then we'll... Folks, very glad to hear that the suspect is cooperating. You could also type what country you're watching from. Special shout out to all of my friends in Israel. Hold firm. No ceasefire and no pause. Back to the Stone Age. For Sanchez and his pals. All right. Just a couple more minutes. Oh, okay. Hi there, Barbara. There's Anthony. Anthony Santos can be funny. He's allowed to be funny. Who said noon report? Folks, just another Friday. This could be a new show. Cranston Cell Block live. Folks, thumbs up if you'd like to see some episodes of this. Maybe we just sit here with the camera at the cell block. Cranston PD Cell Block live. I'll be the jailer. I'll have to run that by the commander. Maybe they'll let me do the mug shots and the fingerprints. All right, turn the other way. No, the other way. Now turn your head and cough. Oh, wait a minute. Look who's coming. It's Officer... No, it's not Officer Dolan. All right.
Okay, sorry,
there he is. Nope, quite all right. Hey, come on.
All right, we'll head back out now.
Cranston PD Cell Block live.
I just had to get some paperwork ready for the...
Quite all right. Sounds like everything worked out as far as cooperation from the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm glad that
Cooler heads prevail.
cooler heads prevailed, and we were able to... Well, we are going to get him arraigned, and he'll be back home with his family tonight. So he'll have a future court date.
Okay. It sounds like he, I don't want to put words in, but it sounds like he even almost apologized a little bit for his actions. Is that fair to say?
To a certain degree.
To a degree. He had a different demeanor than he did at home.
Yes. Oh, certainly. Okay. All right, we're going to hit the road. S6 10-8.
1 hour down. The other individual that was coming in, was that the incident that you and I had discussed prior?
It was.
It was, okay.
Yeah, so that was the
enough.
female that was originally apprehended by East Providence Police Department on one of our warrants, and she is here with us now, and she'll be presented at the arraignment as well.
Who was that officer that brought her?
That was Officer Peter Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right, folks, we are off again. Friday night, Cranston PD Live. We're with Sergeant McHugh. We are in Cranston, Rhode Island. Thank you, everybody. A little after 9 o'clock here in the east. And Sergeant, sometimes that individual seemed to de-escalate, but have you had instances where even when you bring the individual in, there's still, however you would describe it, a little volatile back at the station?
Yeah. Oh, there's certainly been situations that arise where, unfortunately, people aren't able to maintain their composure, get their behavior under control, and oftentimes, sometimes we're dealing with people that are under the influence of alcohol and drugs, and that can severely alter their behavior and really act out, get violent. So it happens. It happens. We don't always get the best cooperation. I wish we did, but that's not always the case.
But like mugshot and fingerprints when someone's under the influence or intoxicated, that can be a different scenario?
Yes. So, for example, like let's say we brought somebody in that was under the influence of a drug, and he's really acting out of his mind, violent. We're not seeing any improvement of behavior. That person would be secured in a cell and allowed to almost detox. Okay. And usually after a couple hours, their behavior changes drastically once they come down off that high. Okay. And they're a lot more compliant. It's a lot more safe for us as well dealing with them rather than somebody. Because again, like if you're fingerprinting, you saw how close we were. Yeah. You know, you're right on top of this person. So if you, and again, that individual, by the time we got him back here, was cooperative and compliant. We're happy we were able to establish that. But we would never have somebody that was out of control and try to fingerprint them. It just wouldn't happen. I mean, you need to roll the fingerprints and everything. It wouldn't work.
And is that fluid, the decision? Or, for instance, have you had people where maybe initially they were composed, but then suddenly started becoming agitated and realized that maybe this was going to be something that needed to be done at a later time?
Yeah, I mean, certainly over the course of my career, and like any other police officer would tell you, you have to be ready for anything. So even though we did have somebody that was compliant at that time, you know, they could just flip a switch and become totally different. So, but and again, when we're dealing with somebody back in the cell block, you usually want two people there in the event that somebody does turn violent or aggressive, and you know, we could react accordingly.
Folks, again, Friday night, Cranston PD Live. We're with Sergeant McHugh. Thank you, everybody. We are back on our way. That was a very successful first hour.
Public storage, 71 freeway. Can you see the manager on the scene? Almost have two parties dispersed, refusing relief. 10 phone.
So right now we're traveling northbound on Dyer Avenue.
Yeah, that call we just heard when we are not traveling to that, somebody wouldn't disperse or something at a...
The public storage?
Yeah.
Having this like miscellaneous other. It's more of maybe a trespassing complaint.
Okay.
It's a little further away than I would like, but let's see what we can find up here in terms of traffic enforcement. If that turns into something, we can certainly head down there at a moment's notice.
Can you just read your narrative, that last sentence, let me know on that.
Receive. Two 09 10
209, go ahead again.
209 10
10-4, thank you.
211 10
Also in following the news, Sergeant, it looks like once again the robbery that took place.
You want a quality fuel?
Yeah.
Yep. Have they
That-
popped up again?
They have not.
Okay, I was going to say I haven't heard anything.
Sounds like that crew has gone quiet.
I know that they it's looking like they committed a couple of those similar incidents, so
Yes.
it's not entirely surprising to see them begin to lay low now.
Right.
but you never know when it's going to happen again. So you have to remain alert, stay vigilant.
That was basically 4 armed robberies over 2 nights, and then boom, they go quiet.
Yeah.
On something like that, unless there's a lead or someone comes forward, it would almost seem you need to, it's almost like they need to strike again in order to try to get them, unless it's still an open investigation.
Yeah,
Ongoing.
it definitely is ongoing. I mean, just because we haven't had something transpire recently doesn't mean that we've forgotten about it or anything like that.
Oh, 5. Good. Good.
Joy.
Fully.
I'll be telling you from this case. Just told me G13 for arraignments.
Okay, so it sounds like we have our emergency magistrate. They're going to begin the arraignments and start arraigning people on the charges. And I believe we have 1 violator, so I don't know if they're a bail or probation violator, but that means so if you were let out on a previous crime, you were given a year probation or what have you, and you commit another crime within that time period, you're a probation violator and you automatically get remanded to the ACI until they see you in court. Same thing with the bail. If you're out on bail and the court case is still active, you originally made a promise to be of good behavior and keep the peace. If you don't do as such, same thing, you're a bail violator. You have to be brought before the court before they release you. But the individual that myself and Officer Brothers had, he is not a violator. He will be getting out this evening.
Okay.
And the other person from East Providence is also getting out this evening as well. So even though that court, and again, here we are on a Friday night at 9:15, normal court is not in session. Police departments do have access to the emergency magistrates that will come out and do emergency arraignments so that you don't have to keep somebody over the weekend or anything else like that. So it is a good thing that we have here in the state of Rhode Island.
Now, if they were a bail violator, they then have to be, would they stay overnight in Cranston or would they be transported to the ACI? Maybe it does
They're
depend.
violated by the attorney generals, and that paperwork is provided to them at the arraignment. Okay. And once they, they read the terms of the violation, they can get transported to the men's or women's intake, respectively, for the weekend. But if you're a first-time offender, if you haven't had a criminal offense in a while and you're not on probation or bail, you are eligible for arraignment.
18. Cranston and Chestnut Hill, Lincoln William 936.
our park at Reservoir. This person driving without their lights on.
Yeah.
S6.
S6.
Put me on a G5 right in front of 31 Ivanhoe Street. 1 Robert John 983. Looks like a red CRV.
Apple.
That's right. Give your license, registration, insurance. Where you coming from?
I went shopping.
Shopping? Okay.
I work and after that I went shopping.
Okay. No drinking or anything like
Oh
that?
my.
Okay, good, good. And where are you on your way to? Where are you on your way to?
I'm sorry, my English.
No,
is
that's
not
okay.
good.
Where are you going?
I'm going home.
You going home?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that home?
Ferry Heykel'de.
Okay. Are you new to the neighborhood, or you lived here a while?
Yeah, what you say? I'm sorry.
That's okay. I said, are you new to the neighborhood, or you lived here a while?
No, I live
You
here.
live here a while.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have your
Okay.
registration and insurance as well? And what do you do for work?
Hmm?
What do you do for work?
I work for nail salon and in Barbie,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I went to Price Right,
Okay.
and I went for dinner with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and now
Okay. All right. I'll take your registration and insurance.
Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. Sergeant McHugh, we have a driver seemingly a little bit of a language barrier. But driving without lights on.
So while you look for your insurance on your phone, okay, and your registration, I'm just going to return to the car, okay?
just my husband.
Mm-hmm. You knew exactly
That's
where it
all
was. Yep, that's it. Okay. Just work on your registration for me, and I'll be right back. Okay. Stay in the car and.
All right, folks, again, let's see what Sergeant McHugh says. Thank you for the stars, everybody, tonight.
Okay. So, little bit of a language barrier. She's coming from what it sounds like Price right after work. I asked her if she had anything to drink. Sometimes people are drinking and driving. They usually they don't activate their lights or certain equipment. So I asked her if she had anything to drink. She said no. I don't smell anything on her breath. I don't see any evidence of alcohol consumption, and her eyes appear normal. Seems very nice. So I'm just going to run her registration, her license, and we'll see what her driving record looks like before I decide on any action I might take.
Folks, we're going to let the sergeant run that. Again, it's actually a pleasant night tonight, folks, on this Friday night Again, I want to thank everyone that tunes in. I want to thank our moderators. Well, we'll see, Brandy. Anthony, if that's the case, I may go open the door. No.
Okay, so her driving record is crystal clear, not a blemish on it. Again, she's been very cooperative, very polite. So I am just going to issue her a verbal warning, and she'll be on her way. It looks like your inspection report, but here it is right here, okay? That's okay, that's all right. Okay. I'm just gonna put it right there on the top for you, okay? So listen, I took a look at your driving record. It's crystal clear, okay? So I'm gonna give you a verbal warning. Just make sure when you're driving you have your lights and your tail lights on, okay? All right, no problem. Get home safe, all right?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Have. Yep. Yep. All right. Have a good night. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was in there. All right, a second.
Folks, again on this Friday night, we're rolling along. Sergeant McHugh in Cranston.
S6.
Better.
10 needs to stop.
Then.
She seemed, as you said, cooperative, good demeanor.
Very cooperative, very polite. And again, that coupled with the fact that she doesn't have any driving record at all in terms of violations, I feel good about letting her go just with a verbal warning, making an educational experience, and hopefully that won't happen again.
Sergeant McHugh, you've said sometimes someone without the lights on, that, not all the time obviously, but sometimes can be someone that's maybe under the influence of some kind.
It can be, in my experience, an indicator of somebody that's driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And anytime I see that at nighttime, I want to stop that person, check on their well-being, see if I see any evidence of drug or alcohol use. In this particular case, and in most cases, it's just an oversight. That's her husband's car, so maybe she's not familiar with the where the lights are and everything. Various different reasons, but when I cleared that traffic stop, I'm extremely confident that she was not under the influence, that she can now continue to drive safely back to her residence, which is on a nearby street. So.
It is unusual only because most cars nowadays it is automatic that
Yeah.
the lights.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the make and model and whatnot, but
I'll have someone utilize it.
yeah. But again, that was her husband's car, and you know, who knows? S6. Put me on a G5 in front of Dunkin' Donuts on Reservoir in the parking lot. Sam, John, Adam, Frank, Black Mitsubishi. Okay, what do you do for work?
I'm a manager for Lowe's.
For Lowe's?
Yeah, we're over in Cranston.
How long have you been over there for?
7 years. Yeah. No, I'm doing third shift for, we're getting ready for Christmas, Black Friday.
Okay, all right. You guys have all the Christmas stuff out already?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I'll be right back with you, sir. Okay, I'm just going to close this for you, okay?
Folks, again,
I'll be right back.
you're watching Cranston PD Live with Sergeant McHugh.
Sir, I'm working. Is there any way I can get out of here?
Just give me 1 second, sir. Just a few minutes, okay? I won't be long. So he made a right on red at the traffic light. You can make a right on red, but you do still have to come to a complete stop. His driving record looks like he has just one violation the last 4 years. Doesn't look like he's a habitual offender or anything like that. He is headed into work. I won't say where. It was probably captured on the video. But the gentleman is working third shift, so I can understand why he needs the coffee. Again, I mean, extremely cooperative. I don't know how he missed me with the lights, but he did get out of his car when I asked him to get back into his car. He went right back in, extremely cooperative. Working guy, heading to shift right now, just going to grab a coffee. I'm confident that if I speak to him and further discuss the violation, that it probably won't ever happen again. So I think a verbal warning will suffice in this case, and we're just going to make contact with him, let him go get his coffee, go to a shift, and we'll be on our way.
Oh, no, I shut the power off.
No, that's
I was walking in.
All right, listen, took a look at your driving record. It looks pretty good. I saw you only have one violation for the last 5 years, okay? Just know that when you have that red light, even though you can turn right on red, just come to a full, complete stop, okay? And verbal warning only. Grab your coffee and
go to work.
Hopefully we'll see you back.
Take care. All right.
All right, folks, there we go. We continue on our way.
Thanks, appreciate it. So we have to do what's called a racial profiling report for every traffic stop that we do. I'm just going to pull up to the side here to make sure we're not blocking traffic, and Just going to complete that report just before we get going. But again, cooperation with me goes a really long way. I mean, didn't argue, nothing like that. Driving record wasn't that bad, and I'm confident after speaking with him. He now seems to be more educated on the law, and hopefully in the future he won't exhibit that driving behavior again.
He's heading to work.
He's headed into, working guy, heading into work, just grabbing his coffee for third shift. So, listen, last week I was in those shoes, so I get it. So, we won't make his night any worse off than it has to be.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Essex.
Good.
10-8 stop.
Excellent. 4-5.
5.
Can you check for debris in the roadway near the Whole Foods 151 stocking house for shelving? Person took it from the dumpster, I guess, at CVS, and as they sped away, they fell out of the truck.
Careful.
No larceny complaint, just a hazard.
Yes, sir.
Folks, again, Friday night, we're right now, Park Avenue, Reservoir, Cranston PD Live, we're with Sergeant McHugh. And Sergeant, does seem a lot of people out in the city tonight on this Friday night. It is dry, it's a nice night.
It is dry. It's, to me anyway, it feels a little bit more on the colder side. So,
Yes.
Contrary to maybe 2 months ago when we were having those beautiful nights, looks like there's not as many people on foot as there had been. But again, it is a Friday night here in Cranston. A lot of restaurants and amenities that people can enjoy. So you will have a lot of people out, especially with the vehicular traffic.
I would imagine this is a pretty popular intersection right here, the
I would
Dunkin'
say
Donuts.
I would say this is probably our busiest intersection.
And is that Dunkin', is that at 24 hours?
Yeah. Yep.
And folks, right now we're on Park Avenue.
Passing the Stadium Pub.
That's right. Wow.
Just a little bit. Gotta do a drive-by.
We didn't do a watch party tonight, or they didn't do a watch party,
Oh, no?
I should say.
Okay.
No. So they do it occasionally.
Business
So
exciting first hour.
they did. That's a message to everybody over there, though I'm sure we'll come back with it. But thank you. They're very nice. Good addition to the landscape.
Yeah, the Route 37 is Natick Avenue. With the fire department for a report of a rollover accident. Full 11 back.
So far.
Good.
Right at 37, I'll come back to that break.
Good.
459.
Good.
That debris been removed. Back up clear from that.
Excellent. Thank you.
S6.
Good.
Tell me route to the exit, please.
Good.
So, the spot where we're headed now, traditionally over the I'd say at least the last decade. We've had a lot of accidents over there, but they actually redid the traffic pattern. And in my opinion, I don't have the official statistics or anything, but I think that it's done a pretty good job of preventing the accidents that we would normally get at Route 37 and 80.
80 is clear. I'm on 37 East.
So the initial report is for a rollover accident. Sounds like one of my officers is out there right now reporting it's clear, but again, if it is a rollover accident, the car could be several feet off the floor.
37 East and traffic barrels. Person's outside the car.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like the person's outside the car. So hopefully they're uninjured. But we don't know if there's any passengers yet.
Minor injuries. The guys are tracked out of the car. Exit 1.
So good news, we're getting a report of minor injuries.
I'll be pulling up.
That's 16. Just be careful with the traffic, okay?
Oh, yeah. Folks, here we go. Share that you are watching.
left the bar. I had 2 drinks. You have a little more than me.
Hey, just keep that to yourself.
I was just making sure.
You want to go to the hospital?
Yeah, sure.
You can ride with your girlfriend?
Folks, share that you are watching. This is 37. Thank you for the stars, folks. If you will enjoy On the Scene live stream, you're watching. This is season 2, episode 4. You can see the state police arriving on the scene as well. Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan on this Friday night. There's been a, as you can tell, rollover. You also could see the people going in the ambulance. Share that you're watching, especially, folks, type in someone's name or share, especially someone that may be coming this way. 37, as you can tell, is going to be backed up. So you'd be doing them a favor. Look at the traffic backing up over that way. I want to thank everyone, all of our moderators tonight, Ian and David and Robin. Thank you for all the stars, folks, tonight on this Friday night. And then we'll find out from Sergeant McHugh his thoughts on this incident. You're very welcome, folks. Yep.
Excuse me, sir. I gotta move my car.
Yeah, just watch your back. We got the tow truck.
Okay.
My next issue is to get that some accident.
So Route 37 is under the jurisdiction of the state police.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to be assisting them.
Okay.
As soon as we get some of this fire apparatus out, Cranston Police is going to divert traffic, and we're going to hope to free up some of the traffic around here. We'll give them a hand.
Folks, as you can see, traffic is backing up here. Again, if you can, I would reach out to someone, advise them to try to avoid this area. It's coming from the western part of the city. They're going to try to move this traffic through, but you can see the traffic that is all backed up because there's the tow truck going through because of this rollover accident. Again, if you right now, if you know someone that it travels in this area, I would try to tell them to avoid this area. It's going to be bogged down for quite some time. Again, you can see that. Look at the traffic go all the way around the corner. So, folks, Route 37 is state police, and Cranston Police is going to assist. Good thing that guy only had 2 drinks. Now remember, if you want to go back, you can go to the website, depetro.com. All previous episodes are listed and posted. It's also on this Facebook page, and it's also on YouTube. This is Season 2. You can go back and watch all of Season 1. 30 episodes. See another rescue coming through. There's, folks, again, the officer that we saw earlier, first hour during the warrant. There's people waving. All right, we got another vehicle, rescue vehicle trying to get through. Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. This is episode 4, season 2. You know, we've had a little bit of everything tonight. Thumbs up if you're enjoying the episode. We started off with an arrest warrant, an arrest. We brought you inside the cell block. And now we end up on Route 37 in a rollover accident. And a little bit of a traffic backup. It's coming from Western Cranston. Yes. Oh, the thumbs up are to the right, actually. They're not in the comments. But anyhow. See all the blue thumbs up on the right side? Nope. It's to the right side, Samantha. See the blue thumbs up? Nope. Charles? Nope. Thank you for the stars. No, Nancy Kelly. See the right? Nope. Ron? No. No. Thank you, Lorianne. Nope. See the blue thumbs up? Yeah, no, Bill. Blue thumbs up to the right? It is a state road. Route 37 state. That's right, Anthony. Folks, coming up next week, we debut our new show, Juan Cell Block Live. Thank you, Nancy. Got it. There we go. Who said noon report? That's right, Michelle. Right side, everybody. Thank you, Samantha. That's all right. We come along. Hey, there we go. That's the way it's supposed to go. Folks, Kenny at West Fountain, give him a hammer in about 3 hours. He'd bang all that stuff right out. That's right, Charles. Oh, my goodness. Is this live? Why would you think... Oh, that's right. It's Cranston PD Live. It's Tommy Bryan. Folks, next week I may do my own fugitive search. If you'd like to see that. Yeah, Stephanie. That's all right. We're bringing people along. Is this live? I was just watching in my car. Oh, is it? Are you live? No, that was actually done last night. Good. Thank you, Dawn. Yes. Hello to everyone in Florida. Hear from a lot from people in Florida. Folks, also share with family members in Florida, especially any Rhode Islander that lives out of town. Certainly would like to watch. Hear a lot from people in New Jersey. Certainly all our friends in Massachusetts, Connecticut, but Florida, Texas, South Carolina. A lot of debris. Folks, a little bit of a traffic. No, not this time. Nope, that was Lisbon, Maine. All right, here's Sergeant McHugh.
All right, so Cranston Police is going to stay on scene to assist with traffic. We're actually going to start bringing the cars in through this way. But they're going to stay on scene, assist state police, and we're going to head back to Cranston Police headquarters.
Okay.
I have a lot of typing ahead of me to finish up this thing.
Fair enough. All right, folks, we're going to go back. Yeah, because then all these people have to exit, right?
Yeah, so the officers are going to actually bring them in right behind the state police cruiser.
Okay.
And, hope start to get this moving.
Yeah.
So. But I told that woman right there, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Well, nice.
Good.
It'll be north of Plainfield on John's side while spinning around on the dump back there.
Reason.
S6.
Good.
Show me 10-8, Route G13. The officer's going to be standing by to assist state police with traffic.
10-1.
So 37 is actually a state road, so.
Yeah, state police naturally has statewide jurisdictions.
Yep.
In terms of accidents and things of that sort, Route 37, 95, that's generally their jurisdiction, and they'll handle that appropriately.
Do we have any idea what happened in that incident?
No, I really don't at this point. Again, it's their accident investigation. So normally, I won't. You let them take care of it. You don't want to kind of make it look like you're stepping on their toes, or vice versa with us if they come to back us up. So, that's their accident investigation. I'll let them handle that. But no, unfortunately, I don't know where they're coming from, what they did. But and again, with something like that, you want to offer them the support with the traffic control and just help them out in general.
At least one individual seemingly was transported by rescue.
Yeah, I could hear her yelling. So, and again, it didn't appear that there were significant injuries at this time.
PD 232 Norfolk Street on a low beam check.
But again, I could hear her yelling, so I do hope that I think she was the passenger. I hope she is okay. But they didn't. I didn't see them bring the stretcher to her. I think she was kind of walked over. So hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah. It was Sergeant McHugh, fast response by everybody getting over there.
Yeah, you know what? Even the tow truck driver got there really quick. I was impressed. So I think he was nearby, and especially something like that on a busy Friday night where we really need to open up that highway to get people home and where they need to go. So I think in probably the next 15 minutes they'll have everything wrapped up. The problem is that those barrels that are full of sand, they're all destroyed now. So the tow truck driver is going to have to stay on scene and do his best to kind of get that off to the side as best he can. That sergeant from State Police said he was concerned. They might have to rearrange some of those
detail to acknowledge.
Rearrange some of those the barrels to keep people away from the sand.
Any tips for if another motorist is riding, and if they were to come upon a scene like that?
It's something like that, and again, it looked really bad, right?
Yeah.
So you never know if somebody's trapped. If you're able-bodied and you're able to help, and you can do it in a safe manner without putting yourself in danger, be that good Samaritan and lend a helping hand. And if you can't assist in that manner, always be our best witness. Call 911 and give us a description exactly where you are, just so we can respond in the quickest manner possible.
That looked not exactly sure what happened, but definitely looked bad. Folks, again, on this Friday night, we've been we want to thank again Sergeant McHugh. Thank you, everyone that's been watching this evening. It's been a very eventful Friday night. We want to thank Sergeant McHugh for once again. And then, Sergeant People, now what time is your shift, and what time are you on till tonight?
I am on till 10:45, but after what had transpired, I definitely have a lot of paperwork and typing ahead of me, so probably won't end on time, unfortunately.
So folks, again, that area should be clearing up in just a little while.
I would
so
estimate probably the next 20 minutes, half hour.
Yep.
But we do have traffic moving to a certain degree, and like I said, Cranston Police will remain on scene with State Police and try to get that traffic moving as best as possible.
Yep. Folks, again, we're going to be signing off in just a few moments. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to thank Sergeant McHugh. Remember, you can watch this episode on demand, whether it was last week with Sergeant McHugh or this evening or some of the past episodes. They're all on the website, depetro.com. They're also on YouTube, and then, of course, obviously on this Facebook page. You can. It's also available on Spotify. If you are watching it on demand, you can also type in replay. So, folks, again, we want to thank our moderators. Very busy night with Cranston Police. Very busy night, and again, folks, it's a chilly night. It is. It's definitely. It's got a cold feel to it, Sergeant.
It does. It certainly does.
So, getting colder out there. But you also saw that was a great team effort as everyone responded right away to get out there. So folks, again, thank you for tuning in. You've been watching Cranston PD Live, and we will say goodnight from Cranston.